We're gonna finish the bird on the branch. Again, remember this is just a different variation. The branch will be the same, and you can use your imagination if you want to put more than one bird, the family of birds. If you do a family, I would suggest using some of the smaller stones for that, really small stones. Okay, so this one's pretty well fastened. It's still a little bit glue on it, but I think we're okay to put a glue dot on. So for this size glass, you only need one glue dot. And just do it right in the middle. And it peels off really easy. I'm hoping that it'll do that when I put the wax paper on it so that you can have multiple ones around. So there's my bird. Okay, so he's going to be singing, so I want his beak kind of to be up in the air like that. So I take, and again, I found one that kind of looks like a beak. You might find one that way. You might have to make it look like that by your imagination. You know, the mosaic pieces here have a lot more like triangle. So even if you couldn't find the stone variety that looks like a beak, you could probably find some little piece because there's tiny, tiny pieces in here. And then all of them are gonna, all the birds are gonna have beaks. If you see these only have my drawing of a beak on it. So I'm gonna put a little bit of glue on the bottom of this one. But what I was trying to say is if you're gonna use the little rounder rocks, or glass, I'm sorry, try to put the glue on the flattest side if it works for the shape you want. So I've got his nose going up. I've got a little bit of glue there, but I think that it'll be all right. I think once it dries, you're not gonna notice it. If it does notice, I could always dab it a little bit with a paper towel in the future. And his eye, because he's looking up, is going to be more like this. And just put a little eye on him. And that one's done. Okay, so that'll be that one. Okay, so now we're going to work on the heart. And the heart, I have a lot of little, really tiny, I picked them out. I tried sorting these little round glass beads that I got. Sea glass, they called it. But they're called stones because they're round. But you can use different colors. On my example, I probably would have maybe used one or two less. I think I got a little carried away with putting them on, but I wouldn't use any more than this, and I think there's 14 on there. This one, I'm going to say, I had it in my mind, now I can't remember. 2 are better than 1. So I'm not going to use any of these really tiny ones because I want to reserve them for you guys. So I'm just going to pick a few out on this one. Here's a bigger one. I'd probably put that in a different sorting pile. I'm trying to, like, if I saw odd-shaped ones, put the odd-shaped ones in one bag, and the bigger ones for heads in another bag, and yes, I get kind of overthinking things a little bit. And another, and maybe a yellow one and a white one. Okay, so all these are figuring out where you want to put them. So I have drawn these with like little nobules, like it would be a bud. So if you don't cover them all, which was the idea, not to cover them all, it wouldn't look odd. So I'm just going to kind of put them around to where I think I'd like them, and make sure that the colors aren't one right on top of the other, the same color, or I have too many all in a row. Put a blue one down there. Maybe turn that one over. That looks more like a flower that way. See, there's red. I don't want red over there. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 8. Maybe I'll just do a little white one right here. Leave it at that. At the Craft and Conversation in January, I said that odd numbers look better or more pleasing when you're doing art. Of course, it doesn't always stand true. We've got 2 birds, but it does kind of give it a little more symmetrical look when you have an odd number. All right, so that's all you do, is you're going to just put a little bit of glue on the bottom of each one of these. Like that. I did see online today when I was looking at some Pinterest that they fast forwarded, and I was like, I need to find out how to do fast forwarding, because then you don't need to sit here and watch me do all these. But I don't know how to do that. Do you know how to do that, John T? John T's my videoer today.
We're going to learn. We're going to rustle up a 10-year-old and have them teach us.
But this is just give you an idea. You know, you're, like I said, you can let your imagination go and do something totally different. I'll have some blank cards. You can draw your own. I've got some other little drawings that my granddaughter did that I'll have out that you can look at and see if you want to try to do any of those. Some of them are pretty simple drawing. They're not complicated. And then, or you can just do the exact 3 that we have here, and or however many you want to do. All right? I hope we have a wonderful time on February 2nd. See you then.